I am Josh.
I'm Banks. Odd places.
Going viral.
Hey, we got it.
Yes, we
Finally.
did. Congratulations.
What are we? What are we at? Like 231, and we finally got
1,000.
it.
Yeah, something like that.
Um, Josh, body of work. Do you have a body of work?
I probably have several bodies of work, but what kind of body? Like a nice fit body, like a
You can define it however you want. Creatively, fit body, bodies of
sure.
work.
Sure. I have a body that I've worked on, an actual physical body,
Got it.
right?
Mm.
I've got books I've written, articles, comedy routines. I mean that. Yeah, I have bodies and bodies and bodies. The bodies are littered everywhere.
Okay.
It's like a cemetery here.
Okay. All right. All right. So will you look back? I mean, as you get older, will you look back and go, "Oh my gosh, these are the bodies of works that I have created or that I have, mastered." Yeah.
Yeah,
No?
perhaps. But really the idea is you want these bodies to have a life of their own, where they don't, it kind of like a child, like at some point they don't need your support.
Right. Right.
At the plan?
Um. Oh, so you create these bodies of work and your own body. Now, how do you create your own body
I
as a
work
piece?
hard on it. I
Okay.
work really, I chisel it. I work hard on it.
Then how do you take that body and let it do it on its own? Like, are you talking only creatively in that regard?
Yes, well, creatively. And then the one body I directly control, which is my own body, of
Okay.
course. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Edward Burns made a film in 1995. It's called Brothers McMullen. Um, Back when they did it in film, and he made it for under $25,000. And when he was asked, it got into Sundance, did real well, and he had many bodies. He had a body of work. From there, he has created films as a filmmaker, independent filmmaker. And he said way back, I think in 1995, I read an article, and he said, "I want to look back at my bodies of work and see, like this film was when I was going through this part of my life, and this film, so he could see his life. He could kind of, see his body of work, which was his life." And I love that. I love that he looked back and I think his main thing was, hopefully my work gets better and better.
Right. So he wants his bodies of work to continue also to improve themselves, to get out there, to grow on their own. Because once you birth it, isn't there an opportunity for it to just take off? Like maybe it becomes ultra successful, maybe it dies. Like that's what bodies do. They either keep growing or they die.
Right. So I like your idea of letting the bodies have a life of their own, letting them just go, and somebody picks up or has an idea from it and it influences, which brings me to this idea that we're all constantly creating, all of us. And as we're constantly creating, we're constantly using other pieces of other bodies to create our thing. So we're sponges. If you're Bob, you'd be a SpongeBob. You are utilizing people around you and creations and works, bodies of work, to create your own thing.
Yep. And I still like to think of them as children too. You raise them for a bit, you take care of them, and then eventually you have to let them do their thing. You gotta let them.
All right. I agree with you. As a filmmaker, I create films and I throw them out there. And whoever wants to see them can see them. They can see them on Amazon. They can see them for free. They can see them if they want to see them. They can see them.
Isn't that what you do with your kids though too? You basically you kind of raised them and then threw them out there and said, "Okay, world, here you go." Similar, right?
I didn't say, "Hey world, here you go." I said, "Hey kids, here's the world."
Oh well.
Yeah, I
Maybe
did
you
the other
should
way.
have said, "Hey world, here you go."
Yeah. 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 You know, and yeah, it's very engaging that you bring this up, because I'm at a point now in my life where my kids are 25 and 23, and they are doing their thing. They are out there, and I have actually not dismissed. I have actually removed myself from them being me, or me being them. And by removing myself, I can, the umbilical cord I have cut, and they are their own person. They are making their own decisions. They are creating their own life. They are creating bodies of work.
Yes, but you're no longer creating them. They're now independent on their own. They're still a reflection of you in a way, just like any body of work would be.
Mm-hmm.
But they're off doing their thing. And that's awesome. That's how it's supposed to work.
Yes. I mean, it is. I mean, but however, that's societal. That's in our society. That's how we have said how we want it to work. In Italy, I mean, the 45-year-old bachelor sometimes stays at home. I mean, that's a cultural thing also, right?
Sure.
So different cultures, let their children go or keep them or whatnot. So that's only a cultural thing that we have raised these kids.
Italians like unfinished bodies of work. They like unfinished work, right? The kid never leaves, right? It's a family thing or whatever, or they come back home later in life. Yeah, it's all right.
Right. Which is a stereotype. It is that is a stereotype. Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, it's not all of them that do that.
No, just the majority. It's a stereotype. You're right, 100%.
Okay. However, the proudness. I mean, that's one place I don't like to go. I don't like to be proud. Like, I don't like to go to pride. I don't. For me, I don't think it's something like, hey, I'm proud of my kids. I'm proud of my bodies of works. Being proud of myself, I think, is a reflection of hubris.
Yeah. And if you are proud of yourself, it needs to be short-lived. You don't want to sit there and revel in your own scent, so to speak, right? You just get it out, sniff it, and let it go by, right?
Yeah. I was with a friend of mine, and she there's an issue. There was like a problem that happened, and I stop, drop, and roll when there's a fire. And I stopped, and I said, I gave suggestion, and she said, hang on, I need to be upset for a minute or 2 minutes, she said. So she was upset for 2 minutes, and I just was like, okay, let her have it. And then, okay, what's our plan? What's a solution? Which I love to help create solutions. The point I'm trying to make is she spent 2 minutes of her life being upset, and that's a choice that you make, correct?
Right.
So if you're proud of yourself, keep it short and simple, and then move on.
Move on. Exactly. There just needs to be a limit.
So what is the limit?
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
It's too long for me.
That's too long?
No.
Well, no, that's a limit. You look,
okay.
Like a speed limit, you can always go under it, right? That's fine. But no more than 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. All right.
Magic number.
Wow. Then I mean, that goes to a point where grudges, like you only have 2 minutes and 52 seconds of a grudge.
There should be a clock. We need to make a clock that sits over someone's head, and the moment they get angry, the clock starts. It's a countdown timer. And if they don't stop being angry, this clock like punches them in the head. Like there's a glove, a boxing glove that comes and punches them and knocks them out. And then when they wake up and come to, they forget why they were angry. This is the perfect. We need to market this.
Yeah. The thing is, we do actually forget why we're angry. So when we are angry, I mean, and we get over it, whenever we get over it, the 2 minutes and 52 seconds or longer, 2 or 3 days later, it's like, hey, why, do you remember why you were angry? And it's like, no, was I angry? What did I just waste my anger on? Wasting anger. Oh my. Yes. that would be like, how can you waste? No, you're not wasting anger. You are wasting life. That's what you're wasting.
Exactly. Don't waste life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
You're right. You're right. So, what do you think of my blue shirt? Does it bring out my glasses?
Beautiful. It's very beautiful. That was a really tough one to bring together. Sorry, but yes, it's a fantastic shirt.
All right. I was just going to say we had 20 seconds, so I just wanted to do that. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd Places going
Viral.
viral. There we go.